What is up, Insurance Syndicate? It is Monday. I am down in the Florida Keys. It is like 80 degrees and beautiful sunshine. I wish you guys could see this view next to me. I'm down in the basement of this beach house, but wanted to come at you because it's Monday Mindset. I want to get us set for the week. Today, we're going to be talking about social media. Like, what platform should you use? What should you be posting on social media? How often should you be posting? I'm going to give you some hacks today. I'm going to give you some ways to think about content that I think about content. But before we get into all that, I'm going to cue the video and I'll see you on the other side of this intro.
There are no bad businesses. There are just those people who don't know enough to see the opportunities in the work they're in. If there seems to be no future or opportunity in it, it isn't always because it's not there, but perhaps only because we can't see it.
Good morning. Welcome to Monday Mindset. Let's go. Hey, remember, Facebook user, make sure you give StreamYard ability to show your comments because I'm looking at all comments through StreamYard. Excited. Tony, good to see you. Joe, good to see you. Everybody who's joining, good to see you on this Monday Mindset. We're going to talk about social media. I'm down in the Florida Keys. I'm going to be posting a lot on social media. So I got a little sun yesterday, maybe a little too much to drink, but I still made it to the gym this morning. I hope you made it to the gym to get your mind right, to get your body right so you can attack this week. I want to talk about social media because I feel like in 2023, like if you're not on social, you don't exist in this world. And so many people struggle with thinking about social media and what they should be posting, what platforms they should be on, how often they should post. And the truth is, there's no magic formula in any form of marketing, right? We've been at marketing for 18 years now with over 100,000 clients. In any form of marketing, there's no magic formula. But just like in motivation, you literally have to be consistent and you have to consistently, obviously, motivate yourself, go get motivational content. In social and marketing, it's truly about consistency and sticking with what you're doing. So let's talk about, let's see. Oh, Ryan says, my bad with StreamYard. No problem, Ryan. Appreciate you sharing that. Casey, good to see you. So with social media, I want to start with like the platforms. What platform should you be on? Why you should be on them? And then I'm going to talk about content and how I think about content. You guys know I do my own podcast called Stay Paid. And one of the big topics that constantly comes up from these top producers is social media and how they think about it and what type of content they're posting. So I get a unique perspective interviewing these top producers of what's working on social and what's actually generating leads for them, building their brand for them. So when you think about the platforms that you should be on, I believe top platform for 2023 is going to be Instagram and YouTube. You should be on Instagram and YouTube. Now know that Instagram, it's a video and image-based platform, right? So they have started out originally as just image, and now they've switched to really being mainly video. But if you follow the president who runs Instagram, he just released on his Instagram saying that Instagram is going to go back to pushing images. So if you've been doing the reels constantly, get ready. In 2023, Instagram's going to go back to its roots and start pushing images in the algorithm. So look at the headlines. And here's a key thing you should understand about social. It's one of the greatest hacks. Whenever social media platforms put out some type of new feature, whether it's something you can use on your stories, maybe it's something like Instagram Reels, Utilize that feature because they want to be successful, right? They want to be successful in their business and on their platform. So when they release a new feature, guess what they're doing? They're giving more push in the algorithm to that feature. It's why you see on Instagram that your Reels is a great way right now to reach a new audience because they're pushing your Reels through the feed so they can actually encourage people to use Reels. But I forget his name. I think it's Mosery or something like that. I can't even pronounce it. But he just released on Instagram that they're going to go back to promoting images. So Instagram, image-based platform, video-based platform. YouTube is obviously a video-based platform, but a key to understand about YouTube is it's a search-based platform, right? People go to YouTube to learn how to do things. They go to YouTube to be entertained, to be educated. So you should be on YouTube putting out educational content on your industry. All of you are in insurance. You have so much you can educate on the YouTube platform, and understand that it's really high intent. So when you get someone that comes to your channel, watches your video, and you have a call to action in your video, that is a super high intent lead because they've literally typed in the search bar and you've come up as a suggestion to teach them how to do what they were looking for. Where Instagram, you got to get really good at what I call is pattern interrupts. Like the thumb, when you're scrolling through your Instagram, I mean, how fast are you going when you're going through that feed? You're going so fast. So in order to get people's attention, you got to do what's called pattern interrupts, where you have something different. Here's an actual hack for you I'll give you. Misspell words on your story or on your post. Do a misspelling. I know it seems crazy. You're like, oh my goodness. And this actually applies to email marketing as well. But if you misspell a word or use the wrong word, what happens is it's a pattern interrupt in the brain. All of us, when we're looking at the story, go, oh, Tony, he misspelled the word. And guess what we do? We watch the story more. We look at the post more, which registers in the algorithm behind the scenes. Watch time is the biggest component of whether or not the platform takes your content and pushes it to other users. So it enhances the watch time, it enhances the engagement, but then a lot of times, guess what people do? They comment, they DM you, and they actually tell you, hey, you misspelled that word, and now you have engagement. So that's just a simple hack. And actually on email subject lines, you know, I've done it where I've misspelled words or done the caps casing wrong, just because it creates engagement, because your brain is so trained. You get into these formats where you see everything the same. And when something stands out in your brain, it's a pattern interrupt and it makes you pay attention. Now you got to be careful with that one because you're actually a professional. And if you're misspelling all your words, then guess what? People won't trust you as much. Tony Merwin, I'm an excellent speller. I love that, brother. Love it. All right. So you got Instagram and YouTube. I would encourage you are the most popular platforms you should be using in 2023, but do not ignore Facebook and TikTok. I believe TikTok is a massive way for you to build credibility. And you might be thinking, how in the world is a TikTok video, platform where I'm doing dances and stuff like that going to build me credibility? Because TikTok gives you the ability to rack up massive amounts of views. They are literally, and YouTube Shorts is doing that too, but I'll go back to YouTube Shorts in a second. TikTok is literally giving you a massive ability right now to get out there and get tons, thousands and thousands of views on your video. And you can not only reach people that way, but you can also, when you showcase and meet people or leads are looking you up and you have the TikTok in your channel or in your email signatures, you have it on your website, people can go there and they see, wow, look at all the engagement that Tony's getting, that Joe's getting, and it elevates your credibility. So on our TikTok for Stay Paid, you guys should go check it out. It's at staypaid_podcast. And you'll learn, like we've had a bunch of viral videos, but you'll see that most of our videos don't go viral. Most of our videos are a few thousand views, and then we'll have 50,000 views. We'll have some that hit, 2 million views, 4 million views, 500,000 views. The key with TikTok is you want to be posting every single day, at least one time a day. The more videos, the better, because they're giving you the ability to literally go viral. YouTube Shorts is doing this as well. They're literally handing out viral lottery tickets. I talked to one person the other day that's on YouTube Shorts and they're pumping out content. It's just they're handing out viral lottery tickets for you to rack up tons of views. And a really cool hack for your TikTok or for your YouTube shorts and stuff like that, even all your social. When you post something, you can hide that later. You can hide it from your feed. So oftentimes we don't post consistently because we're too scared. We don't think the content's very good. We don't know how people are going to respond. We get paralysis by analysis of overthinking it. We don't like the way I look or we look or sound or whatever it is. And so we don't post it. I'm telling you, just post. Post consistently. Volume is the new game today because there's so many users. And if you try to stand out by doing quality, it's not because I don't appreciate quality. There's just so many people. You're better to get in front of people frequently to build that familiarity so they actually pay attention to your video so they can actually receive the quality that you're doing. So volume's the name of the game. But if you come to your video, you can actually hide that video later. It's a common strategy amongst influencers that they'll post videos, and if their videos get really low views compared to their normal videos, they'll go back to their profile, their feed, and they'll hide that from the feed. So now when someone comes to your actual feed, they're only seeing your best videos, and it can elevate your credibility and elevate your brand, but it enables you to pump out content consistently. Facebook, do not ignore it. Here's why. Because the users on Facebook, they have the money. So the users on Facebook right now, the age demographics keeps going up, going up, going up. Even though Facebook as a platform usership is going down and people say Facebook is ended, do not ignore Facebook. It's where you're going to get the most probably engagement and the most amount of leads when you think organically for your business, because the demographic on Facebook is older now and they actually have money. So you don't want to ignore Facebook. But what I would tell you about social as an over kind of encapsulating theme of all the platforms, social media was made to be social. And just like in sending something to your clients, like our magazine, it's reciprocity that you're triggering with people. When you give to them, they want to give back. And that's hopefully a referral if you're dripping on them. On social, you need to practice reciprocity at a massive level. Every single day, you should set aside 10 minutes to 15 minutes where all you're doing is being social on social media. You're engaging on social. Here's why. I call this the 5 for 5. Pick 5 people today in your database, 5 people today that are friends with you. They follow you. DM them, private message them. You can do a simple message to them or a simple comment on their wall. Hey, Tony, thinking about you today, man. Hope things are going well. You can find one of their pictures. You can comment on their picture. Here's why it's so powerful. If you pick 5 people a day and take 5 minutes to personally comment, send them a DM, reach out to them, over the course of a month, you've probably hit all of your core friendships, all of your core sphere that you're connected with on social. And not only that, not only do they get a personal touch point for you, that little notification symbol goes red with an actual icon that they have a notification and everybody looks at that. So they're actually seeing you and you connecting with them, but you're gonna influence the algorithm. One of the main things you need to do every time you post on any of these channels is to immediately after you post, go engage. When you're on Instagram and you post something to your story, post something to your feed, get on the stories, swipe up, comment on other people's stories. Go to their feed, comment on their pictures. Try to do thoughtful comments, not just emojis if you can. I know sometimes it's hard when you're pressed for time or you don't have actually something to say, but engage. Here's why. They see the notification, but it influences the algorithms. So one of the biggest things that they want to see on Facebook or Instagram or these platforms, when they try to take your content and choose who they're going to show it to, they want to show it to people that they actually believe have a connection with you and want to see your content. And the main way they determine that connection is the engagement between each other. So if I post something today and I go to Tony's wall, Ryan's wall, Joe's wall, I go DM them, they're going to see my notification. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to respond back to me probably from that comment. When they respond back, it registers in the database. So when the algorithms are looking and going, man, Luke just posted, he has all these thousands of followers. They're not going to show my post to all my followers. They're going to show my post to a small percentage of my followers. And then they're going to choose by the way those followers interact, whether they take it and show it to more followers. This is how the game works. So what you got to do is you got to go, hey, how do I make sure that the algorithm registers behind the scene that these people engage with me, that they like my content, that my content's good enough to show to my other followers. One of the easiest ways to do this is every time you post, go and engage. Take 5 minutes, go and engage with a ton of your followers. They will engage back with you. DMs are awesome. That's a huge sign of engagement for you. Comments and people responding to your comments, obviously liking, swiping up, and doing emojis. Those type of things will help you in the algorithms to influence engagement, to get your post shown to more people. A common question I get when it comes to Facebook is the idea of business pages, Facebook pages, versus your own personal page. I encourage people all the time, have both. You have your business page, which is more your professionalism, more what's going to come up when people are searching for your business and they type in Joe Campert and insurance. They might find your business page. You want to be consistent on there. But no, business pages do not get good engagement. Business pages, when you post a post, Instagram, Facebook usually shows your post to like 1% to 2% of your audience. They naturally do not show favor or promote business pages. So what I encourage people, especially like real estate agents, insurance agents, is post on your Facebook page and then share your Facebook business page post on your personal page. That way you get engagement between them, interaction on the same post. But your personal profile is where you're going to really have the juice, the engagement for your Facebook page. You're going to really have that juice on your personal profile. So don't be afraid. The only problem with your personal profile is you're like limited to, I believe, like 5,000 friends. So you're going to max out at 5,000 friends. But if they're all true friends, I mean, imagine how much business you will have. If you take those 5,000 people and they're all true connections and they know you, like you, and trust you, how much business would be flowing in just from those 5,000 friends? So that just gives you a high level, some hacks on when you think about the platforms. Focus on Instagram and YouTube. What platform should you be on? You should be on all of them. But the key is you got to be consistent. Do not start a Facebook business page and never post on it. It does more damage for you than good. You need to be on all these platforms, but you need to be consistent on all of them. And how many times should you be posting? There's no magic formula. What I see working from people that I interact with, from people that I'm friends with, from these top producers that are out there, from even with my own channels, the more posting, the better. I'm trying to gear myself up right now. I just had a meeting with my social media manager, Ariel. And I told her, Ariel, hey, we're posting like 1 to 2 times a day. We got to go to 4 to 6 times a day. We know that the more volume, the more we can put out, the more we can get out in front of people, the more engagement, the more seen we're going to be overall. And I just had a guy that I'm friends with, Luke Acree. He's been on this kick where he's posting literally 4 to 6 times a day. And he's been doing this for like the last 6 months. And his profile is skyrocketing right now. His engagement is skyrocketing right now. Joe says Ariel is awesome. Yes, Ariel Thomas is freaking amazing. She is an incredible social media manager and video photographer. Okay, so you need to be consistent though. And I'm telling you, look at Alex Hormozi, look at Ricky Caruth, look at Grant Cardone, look at Ryan Pineda. Go look at these influencers, right? Go look at what they're trying to do. Go look at what they're coaching. And they're telling people, hey, if you can be posting 4 to 6 times a day. And here's the key. You're thinking, how do I come up with 4 to 6 posts of content? This is the old Gary Vee. You want to document, not create. So if you're trying to create content, you'll fail. It's about documenting versus creating. It's about showcasing what you normally do every single day. I'm down in Florida Keys right now. You guys can't see it, but there's palm trees here. Sun is shining. It's coming in. It's beautiful. I can't wait to get out there to the pool. But I can document this. This can be a post for me, right? This can be multiple posts for me. And I can use this as a way to be out in front of my audience, showcasing to them what I'm doing. And guess what? People want to do business with real people. They vacation too. They want to see the house that I'm in. They want to see where I'm at. They want to know, is it fun? Is it not fun? It connects them to me. That builds their familiarity with me. That builds my reputation with them. Unless I show something crazy, right? But builds my reputation with them. And they end up wanting to do business with me more. So don't be ashamed to showcase your normal day. I have this realtor friend on Instagram. He does an incredible job at this. His name's Connor. He literally just documents his whole day, like getting the kids up in the morning. He literally tells people in his car, he's like, all right, my day is going to look like this. I got 3 showings today. I got XYZ. Come along with me for the journey. And he's consistently doing that. And though people might not watch and engage with every story he does or every post he does, he never runs out of content. Where the people who are trying to put on a persona or an act and you're trying to be perfect and professional, not only will you probably not attract a tribe because it's not authentic, you're going to run out of content, man. Trust me, I tried it. You are going to freaking run out of content. So how do you think about content? I'm going to give you a hack here that I learned from this girl named Millie that really helped me. And she's really big on Instagram. She's an influence on Instagram, but she taught me this. It's the idea of you need to define your content pillars in your value pillars. So you need to take some time today or this week, define your content pillars and your value pillars, and I'll explain. So your content pillars are what do you want to talk about? Like what is it that you want to talk about? So for me, I want to talk about marketing. That's a content pillar for me. I want to talk about mindset. That's a content pillar for me. I want to talk about money. That's a content pillar for me. Guess what else is a content pillar? I want to talk about my faith. Right. So, my faith is a huge, important part of my life and who I am and what I live and how I decide things. I want to talk about my family. That's my content pillar. So I have all these content pillars, and you can have as many as you want, but you'll probably end up with 5 to 10 content pillars. And that's when you go, okay, and you sit down and you go, hey, what am I going to talk about this week? You have these content pillars that you refer back to. Then what you want to do is you want to write down your value pillars. And the value pillars are how do you want to take this content and actually use it? And so a value pillar for me is I want to be inspirational in some of my content. So if I want to talk about marketing, I might do a marketing post that's actually inspirational when it comes to marketing. Like, look at this incredible marketing campaign and how it inspired people to give back millions of dollars to XYZ. Like I might take it and go, hey, I have this content pillar, but I want to do it through this value pillar, which is inspiration. I also want to be educational in my value. So in my value pillar, I want to be inspirational. I want to be educational. You might want to be entertaining. Now, I'm not funny, but you might be a comedian and you might be funny. So that could be one of your value pillars is that, hey, I want to be entertaining. I want to be funny and comedic in some of my content. You might find that, hey, I want to be relatable. I just want to be super real in how I deliver my content. That's my value pillar. So if you notice what I've done, you're going to end up over here with 5 to 10 content pillars. Then over here, you're going to have 5, maybe 10 value pillars. In each one of these content pillars, you could do a piece of content through each of your value pillars. So if I want to talk, because I do a lot of real estate investing, if I wanted to talk about real estate investing and making money through real estate investing, I could do a real estate investing piece of content that's educational. Then I could do one that's entertaining. Then I could do one that's inspirational, how I lost this money on this deal, but I kept going. Then I could do one that's relatable. Then I could do one that's maybe more inspirational. And you see how you take your content and you put it through your value pillars, and one piece of content can now be pumped out 5 different ways, and you never run out because you're constantly just out there. So if you go back to what I just said to you guys a little earlier, when you document and you don't create, and then you use, hey, what am I documenting? What do I want to talk about? What do I want to showcase? I have these content pillars, and then I put them through these ways. All of a sudden, you never run out of content. And it's an incredible way to write down and think about the videos that you're going to film, the things that you're going to do. I wrote down some ideas for you guys as well when it comes to actually putting out content. But let me look at the comments real quick. So, all right, let's see. Joe, appreciate your brother. Tony Merwin, the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, Joe. Awesome. Ryan says post on personal and tag business. Yes, that is correct. So you can post on personal and tag your business, or you can post on your business and share it on your personal. So both of those back and forth is good to create engagement and show it to your audience. Your personal is going to be favored more. So I'm trying to get in the habit of actually looking at the comments when I talk, when I get so into this that I talk so fast that I never look at the comments. So I'm going to go back. Facebook user, thanks. Love it. Okay. All right, so here are some things that I wrote down that you can think about for your content, right? So the easiest way to come up with educational content is by writing down your frequently asked questions. So that's the easiest way. So we're all asked questions all day long. That can be content for you, right? So for me, people ask me, how can a customizable magazine actually help my business? What type of content's in a customizable magazine? Hey, how do you actually follow up when the customizable magazine's delivered? Like, I get these frequently asked questions all the time. Hey, Luke, for email marketing, your local events, how do I actually use that to make it successful? Like, I get all these frequently asked questions. So I can put out content on these frequently asked questions that educates my user base, and I can put it in my content pillars. Hey, that's marketing. And then I can share it in ways that are inspirational. I can share it in ways that showcase my value pillars. So for me, I like to showcase customer testimonials all the time. It's another great piece of content because it showcases for people what's working and what's not working. It inspires people. It shows people that I'm credible, that I actually have success. So you can put out testimonials also as a piece of your content. Another idea for you would be, hey, how do you highlight your local events that are going on? Right? So we actually have a local events email newsletter that we put together for our clients, things that are happening. So if you're in Philly, it's going to show you the Philly Cheesesteak Festival. It's going to show you the play at the Walnut Theater. It's going to show you the concerts at the Wells Fargo. We take the best local events, we curate them together. We actually clean them up, write good descriptions, put links in there, create an email for you, brand it to you, and send it out to your database every 2 weeks. So here's what's happening in Philly for the next 2 weeks. It is one of our most successful pieces of marketing from a drip campaign standpoint because people love local content. So you could showcase local events on your social media. Not only that, you can do interviews or highlight local businesses in your community. I have this big time real estate agent, Tom Toole, in our area up in Philly. This guy's incredible, right? Top 1%, has a huge team. And then this other one that's down in Fort Myer, I believe, Candace Decker. Both of them, you know what they do? They do local sandwich shop reviews. So it's like Barstool Sports, right? When he reviews the pizza, they do that for the local restaurants, the sandwiches, and they do a quick little review. And they actually sometimes talk to the owner. It's an incredible way to put out local content that people will engage with, that they'll enjoy because you want to be known in your community. Super easy to do. You could pull out your phone at the local coffee shop that you love. You could pull out your phone when you're at the local park that you love. Local content does extremely well on social, and especially because you guys are trying to reach your local community, you should have a portion of that in your feed. Another idea for you would be like short interviews, when it revolves around things that have to do with your business. So short interviews around the idea of what does it mean to insure your property? Or what does it mean to, different types of car insurance and why I should do comprehensive or not. These things, these how-tos, these short interviews around your content and what your expertise are, guess what? Most of people won't watch those when they read the title, but you know the ones who will? The ones who will are actually shopping right now for that service. The ones who will are actually having a pain point right now with that service, and you're the right place, right time. And the other people who don't watch it, guess what? They still see that headline. And if you consistently brand how-tos, how to think about X in insurance, how to think about Y in insurance, what happens is you subconsciously, in the mind of your following, start showcasing to them that, man, Joe Campert, he is the expert on insurance. And guess what? When your headline matches where they're at in their journey, man, that is freaking amazing. But most of us, we fail because we're thinking, oh, I put out a piece of content and I didn't get a ton of views on it, so I'm going to stop doing it. It's like, no. You're walking and watching your own movie. They're the star of their movie. So they just might not be at the right scene yet, at the right time where they need to take action on what you're doing. But guess what? They still saw it. It's still registered in their brain. You can't overthink this stuff and think you got to put out one piece of content that's going to generate a ton of success. They just might not be at the right place, right time. The other thing to realize is, imagine if you only get 100 views on your story. You only get 100 views on your post, and you're thinking, man, or maybe it's 60 views on your story, 60 views on your post. If you walked into a movie theater right now and there were 60 people in the audience that you could showcase your story to on the screen, wouldn't that be impressive? It's no different on social. These are real human beings. You got to think about it that way, that you're showcasing to them, hey, this is what's going on in my life. And you have 60 live people watching that. And when you think about it that way, it can change the game for you. Another idea for you is partnerships. So partnerships with charities, nonprofits, feel good organizations is huge on social. So if you can give back and showcase that on your social, not only does it give great engagement, is it for a good cause, you also get the halo effect. I've talked about this before, I believe, on this channel. The halo effect is when you associate yourself with something good, people associate that with your business. So do you have any partnerships, any ways you give back, showcasing those things? Like faith is a huge part of my life. I showcase my faith. Why do I showcase my faith? Who cares if people don't like it? The reality is that there's going to be people who actually connect with it, who actually, they vibe with that. They come and they actually trust and like me more. And I'm not going to serve the whole world. Grant Cardone, one of his best sayings is, look, 50% of people are going to hate me, but that's great because that means 50% probably love me. And all I need is 50% to love me and I'm set. Right? So you can't be thinking about, I got to put out a post to please everybody. You'll please no one. Last idea that I wrote down for you is competitions. So you can put out competitions to get engagement on your feed, right? So my brother does this. He does giveaways where you can, write reviews. You can do things like that. And he'll give a gift basket. He'll give something to the local brewery that you can get a gift card. Like he does these competitions that is really successful for him on social. All right. So I'm going to wrap up there because we're at 10:30. Hope this is giving you guys some hacks. Here's what I want to tell you is that you need to be on Instagram and YouTube. You need to be posting consistently, be blasting out reels, get back to posting pictures now because it's going to be favored in the algorithm. Start putting out shorts all the time, at least one short a day. If you can use your reel also on your short. I didn't even talk about repurposing content, but you don't have to do a lot of content. You can post the same thing on every channel. It doesn't matter really. And so you need to be on those platforms consistently. And then when you think about your content, develop your content pillars and your value pillars. And that can be a game changer for you in creating and producing your content. And just don't overthink it. Get out there and document. Don't create. And then engage. Social was made to be social. It's the biggest thing that influences the algorithm. I'm going to leave you with one last hack for the people that have stayed to the end, that has given us viral videos. I think we have 40 plus viral videos on TikTok now. And this has been the main reason we've gotten those viral videos. Watch time is the biggest component of showing your video and your reel, your TikTok video to other people. What we do, and go look at our feed, staypaid_podcast. We actually do a hook in text up here and we point to it like this for about 2 seconds before we actually go into the content. Why do we do that? Because if we can write the right hook, which we don't all the time, right? We've only had 40, I think, plus viral videos. But if we write the right hook, people will watch for 2 seconds. It registers in the algorithm. And because people have watched for that longer amount of time, TikTok's algorithm thinks that people have engaged. It's great content. And they show that in the feed to other people. And they send it out there. And those people watch. And it just goes viral. So think about this for your reels. You can put text up on the screen, point to it. And literally, maybe it's just like, hey, want to know how to actually save money on your car insurance? And you can actually put that up there. The greatest hack to saving money in XYZ. You can put some type of hook, point to it, wait for 2 seconds as you're pointing, nodding your head, and then go into your content. And that can be a game changer to get watch time up, to actually get people viewing it, and it will show it to other people in the feed. Hope that helps. It's Monday. I'm in the Florida Keys. I don't know where you're at, but I'm excited. I already feel good because of the sunshine coming through the window. It's going to be an amazing week, amazing day. Appreciate you guys. Let's make it happen.